Hi YouTube, Timothy Eckert here. In this video we are going to install Python and VS Code on a Windows 11 computer. We'll create a virtual environment and also I'll get you set up with Jupyter Notebooks if you want to use that in VS Code. So let's get started. First thing we want to do is install Python. So let's open up our browser here and go to Google and we're going to search for Python. And the website that will come up is www.python.org. I'm going to click on that and we're going to go to downloads and download for Windows. And you'll see here that it starts downloading and we can open this file right from Edge if we're using that, or we can go to the downloads folder and open it there. I'm going to click to open the file. And I want to make sure that I check add python.exe to path when I have this wizard pop up. And then once I make sure that's checked, I'm going to click install now. Okay, it says setup was successful. You can also have the option to disable the path length limit. I did that already on a previous install. I was running through and trying to make a different version of this video. But you can check that out for yourself and make your decision on that. I'm going to close this. And one thing I can do from Edge, which is nice, is I can just go here to the trash can and delete the installer. We can close out the browser now, and we want to make sure that Python is successfully installed. So we'll go to our search bar here in the taskbar, type in CMD, and you'll see under here under best match that command prompt shows up. I'm going to open that, and if I type Python space -- version, I get that I have Python version 3.13.5. That's the latest version at the time of this recording. That's what we downloaded. So I know that I have Python installed on my computer. I can also get a Python REPL if I just type Python. And now I can actually start typing some Python commands. So I can do print or print statement here. So I can do print 2 plus 3, hit enter, I'll get 5. I can say x equals 6, hit enter, do print x, I get 6, and so on. And when I want to get out of that, I'll just type exit with 2 parentheses, an opening and closing parentheses, hit enter, and that'll get me out of the Python REPL. To get out of the command prompt, I can also just type exit. Okay, so we have Python installed. That's all good. Let's go back to our browser here and get VS Code installed. So I'm going to Google VS Code, and the website that comes up is code.visualstudio.com. I'll click on that, and you'll see here I have the option to download for Windows. I'm going to do that, and that'll go ahead and download the setup file. Okay, once that's fully downloaded, you'll see you have the option in Edge to open the file. You can also go to your downloads folder and open it from there. So I'm going to click to open the file, and the setup wizard will pop up. You've got the license agreement. You can read that and accept, then click next. I'm going to keep the default installation place the same. Click next. I'm going to keep this the same. Click next. Now here I like to have these options to open with code, so I'm going to check both of these. And I also like to have a desktop icon. You don't have to check these if you want, but I like them, so I'm going to click next and then install. And it's going to go ahead and install. Okay, now that the installation is complete, we can click finish, and if I leave this checked to launch Visual Studio Code, it's going to open. So let's click finish. VS Code is going to open. I like to right click and pin this to the taskbar. If I bring this down, I can close out my Edge browser. I can also delete the setup file at this point because we got VS Code installed. So VS Code has this, I guess, like entry-level information they give you once you first start it. You guys can go through this if you haven't used VS Code before and check out all this stuff. I'm just going to mark done, and this is going to bring me to the regular welcome page. I'm going to close that out, and what I want to do is go over here to the Explorer, click on that, and click Open Folder. And on my desktop, I'm just going to create a new folder. Let's call it Python. And will then select that folder. You can, of course, call it whatever you want. It's going to ask me, do I trust the authors of the files in the folder? Yes, I do, because I created it. So I'm going to say yes. And let's close this out. And now let's create a file here. Let's call it hello_world.py. Hit enter. And I'm going to get this pop-up here. Do you want to install a recommended Python extension from Microsoft for the Python language? I'm going to say yes and click install. And that's going to go down to my extensions, which is this icon here, and install this Python extension from Microsoft. If for some reason you don't get the pop-up, you can go to your extensions, search for Python, and you'll see this one made from Microsoft, and you can go ahead and install that. We can select or create a Python environment in just a moment. What I'm going to do is just mark this stuff done. And I'm going to actually do Control-Shift-P. And I'm going to type in create, and you'll see down here Python create environment. I'll click on that. And I want venv. So I'm going to do that. And I'm going to use the Python interpreter that we just installed, 3.13.5. This could be different at the time of your recording, whatever version you have. Click on that. All right, so now we've created a virtual environment here, and you'll see we have this folder .venv. That's our virtual environment here, and we've got this hello world.py. Let's type in a print statement. Just test this out. So we'll do print, and I'll do in between quotes, hello world. Now you see this circle here means I haven't saved the file. If I go to run it, it's going to run it and save it. So let's do that. And there we go. We got hello world. And I can go over to the trash can here and kill the terminal. So we are able to run Python files now in VS Code. If you want to have it save as you go, you can go to file here and go to autosave and check that. I like that. But it also saves it when you click on this icon here to run the Python file. Now this icon will only show up because we installed that Python extension from Microsoft. So if you don't have that and you haven't installed the extension, you need to do that. You notice this also shows up, this testing icon here. Okay, so that's a regular Python file. Let's say we wanted to do a Jupyter Notebook. So I'm going to go here and create another file. Let's call it hello_world, or you can call it whatever you want, .ipynb. So ipynb is the extension for the file. Hit enter. I can go over here and click to create a code block. And let's do print, we'll do 2 + 3. And to run this cell, I can do Control-Alt-Enter. And it's going to prompt me to install enable suggested extensions Python plus Jupyter. I'm going to click on that, and that's going to install the Jupyter extension. Okay, and it's going to type to choose a kernel source. I'm going to select Python environments, and I'm going to select the virtual environment. Okay, and I'll do Control-Alt-Enter again. And now it's going to say running cells with .venv Python 3.13.5 requires the IPY kernel package. So I'm going to click to install that. So it walks you through all this stuff, what you need. Okay, and you've seen now that we installed that kernel, that we have the cells evaluated and we get 5. Okay, so what we can do now is we can also create another code cell, or we could create a markdown cell if we're taking notes. That's one of the nice things about Jupyter Notebooks is you can write notes in Markdown. So let's say I want to create a level 1 heading and do Python notes, and I want to have a list of notes. So note 1, note 2, note 3. If I do Control-Enter, that'll render the Markdown in a nice visual form, so I can look at my notes as I'm going through and say learning Python. Okay, so, and if I want another code cell, I just hover over here, create another code cell. Let's say something like x = 7, and we'll do print x, and we'll do Control-Alt-Enter, and we get 7 there. Okay, so we've got Jupyter Notebooks running in VS Code. We've got the regular Python files running in VS Code. Hopefully this video helped you out. If it did, could you please like and subscribe, as this will help it get out to more people. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in the next one.